up, content consumers? Well, it's October 2018 and it truly is a time of hype in Transformer land. Like for the whole last couple of months it's been Bumblebee trailers, Siege reveals, all kinds of crap. And I personally just can't right now. So instead, today we're going to talk about some swiftly forgotten gems from the ancient, long-lost wasteland of about 8 months ago. Welcome to the Clone Zone. Yes, indeed, our familial friends this evening are legends Pounce and Wingspan, the modern Takara reincarnation of the 1987 Decepticon clones, which was one of those weird mid-G1 spitball ideas like the Duocons that they only did once. Like there was one Autobot pair of meaningless space vehicles and one Decepticon set of sketchy cardboard box animals, as was the style at the time, and their whole gimmick was that they were two brothers who turn into different things, but they look the same. Cool. They look the same. So yes, the clones made their comeback in Titan's Return because the late game Generations lines are all about rehashing absolutely bloody everything. But Hasbro decided to split them up between two different massive box sets and one awkward mismatched 2-pack in a truly impressive dick move. But it did give me an excuse to bust out the ultimate preening toy collector arsehole catchphrase, "I'll wait for the Japanese release." Because it's the things I want in a box. Why is that hard? Anyway, Pounce and Wingspan are in full effect as a pair of lovable look-alike legends lads, sharing the same wonderfully simple aesthetic. Like, it's about as normal Robot Man as it gets. Literally just a big plastic slab with some entry-level limbs on. But they're definitely rocking the look. Like, check them out in this period-appropriate palette of cyan, off-white, and almost black-blue. Although I feel like maybe the Takara cartoony colours are missing that sharp shock of pink, but they're working it. So the body literally is just a rectangle of turquoise robo-steak with some base-level mecha detail, such as these oddly satisfying kidney cylinders, along with some mercifully minimal stickering, like they literally have 2 each and they're both logos. One cheeky Decepticrotch and one chest-mounted Power Rangers alt mode teaser, which sort of come off like Wingspan just really loves America and Pounce is totally into Code Orange. Anyway, love the lumpy little limbs. Like the arms are pretty much a short stack of sugar cubes, with Pounce's in particular hiding an elegant in-body Tupperware solution. Legs are also distinctly cubist with aggressively geometric hips and thighs and these superb static stompy booties. And in admirable defiance of the pervading blockiness, they're actually deceptively nimble little movers, thanks to the balls-out ball joint overload and slick shoulder slidage. Definitely something deeply unsettling about that spooky metal face. I mean, the big white stormtrooper hat is sort of innocuous and henchman-y enough, but the actual face feels like some kind of uncanny valley Tin Man street performer golem with the unfeeling red hypnogaze of death. And it's like double time disturbing, because I think the heads may actually be the same component. So they do basically pull off the whole Decepticon double vision thing, but the illusion certainly starts to crumble around the back. I mean, look at this. They're both an absolute mess with all these different beast bits literally coming out their asses. Like poor old Pounce's kibble pack is just crammed with kitty bits, while Wingspan's arms are all clogged up with chicken feet and his tail feathers are so horizontal they're practically a Titan Master diving board. But what do you want, man? So they're not truly identical. They're presenting a fantasy, and I am living it. Anyway, there's no official accessories to be found for some reason, but fortunately Toy Hacks have been on and they've served up some suitable substitutes. Check out Pounce's pistols with the wicked sort of scimitar bayonets, and he can hold them like actual swords. That's badass. Whereas Wingspan's are just some guns that are normal guns, but hey, anything's a melee weapon if you're mad enough. So as robots, Pounce and Wingspan are a reasonably righteous twosome who exploit my soft spot for generic baddie bots about as far as it'll go. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna change anybody's life, but for the kind of collector I am, the only thing better than a Decepticon goon is 2 Decepticon goons. Shove that up your Winklevoss. Transformers Generations, buy your childhood favorites all again. Transformations are both pretty basic arms-round kibble-out exercises, all fairly similar and surprisingly fun. I reckon Wingspan's probably got a bit more going on, but I'm proud of them both. And these beast modes are a bit ropey. Like, I love them for what they are, because I've already bought in, but they really are just 2 awkward folded-up robo-boys wearing slightly different animal-themed party costumes. Check out Pounce's pallid puma form. I mean, for a puma, it does kinda pume. It's not the worst at puming. Like, the head's great fun, button and the jorts are juggalicious. But, bro, he's right there. All of him. Arms, legs, torso. It's all still right there with only the barest skinny kitty tendrils and feet coming out of his feet and a silly waggly tail to make it not just a crumpled robot. Wingspan's also looking considerably awkward as the rare North American rectangle eagle. Recteagle? Like, those titty shoulders are not subtle. But to be fair, he probably comes off a pinch better than Pounce. Like, at least his legs actually do something. Gotta love how they fold out to reveal glorious purple plumage and then fold back up to deliver epic wing kicks. So they're not even remotely convincing as actual beasts, and they don't have the same real-world roleplay alt mode appeal that Ravage and Laserbeak did. But look, they clearly don't give a shit, so why should I? They're just daft boxy Deceptor-beasts in brilliant 80s colours. Kinda like if Sixshot had two different babies with Weirdwolf and Cutthroat. Anyway, as Titans return, lads, they are mildly compatible with Titan Masters, who can ride up top like noble steeds. There's something very pure fun about that. Like, it's not intrusive at all, it does something with all that dead space. You can finally throw a bit of pink into the mix and, you know, it's just nice to see him involved. But I do feel vaguely like I'm missing something. There's all these lumps and bumps that don't seem to contribute. Like, Wingspan's got this massive button under his tail that cannot be just for the tip of his beak to sit in. And Pounce has got this little ridge here and sort of tail-mounted secondary butthole that seem to imply more than just basic transformation stuff. And you can just about wrangle some kind of half-assed Chimera Griffin Cronenberg Dreadwing out of them, but you could scarcely call that a mode, right? Even the weapons have got these little slats and tabs that feel like they should go somewhere but don't seem to. Toyhax, what do you know? So yeah, I don't think I've ever seen two alt modes so lovable yet so compromised. Like, I'd get it if they were combiner limbs and they had to be a bit shitty to make the gestalt work, or if they were like pretenders or they had some other business going on, but they don't. All they do is they look the same, which honestly, I don't know if it's worth it. But it is a thing, and it's their thing. But here's the thing. Are they good? I don't know. I mean, they're a charming enough pair of Decepticon doppelbangers, but they really are the epitome of G1 with knees. And not to be a bitch, but on their own terms, I really can't see that they have that much appeal. I mean, I wanted them because I had the originals and I missed them, but I really can't imagine any reason why you'd want them otherwise. So did the world really need new figures of Pounce and Wingspan? I don't know, but I know I did.
Be sure to subscribe for more Thew's awesome Transformers reviews. Robocentric vocabugasm.